What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Some commentary for you today. Do me a favor, like button, subscribe button, criticism in the comment section, Twitter. Shutdown Safety is my username. Also, thank you guys so much, man. Over 7,000 subscribers. Past couple days, I'm trending at like 25,000 views. The support you guys give me means the world. And I had a subscriber reach out to me with an article and ask me to speak on it. So that's what I'm going to do. It's actually an interview with Sean Grady. Sean's a guy I had the pleasure to meet at EA. Really good guy, very upfront and honest guy. And for some of you that are going to say I'm a Madden apologist, I just want you to understand the context of what's going on here. In this article, in really the context of the passing game, the question is, a lot of those mechanics and tightening up legacy issues, does it come from the transition to the Frostbite engine? And his response is that the Frostbite engine is independent of those legacy improvements. And the Frostbite engine helps the game holistically, but the first year impact is going to be visual. And he actually goes on to say that when they released the game trailer back in April, it was focused on the visual impact of the game. So the interesting thing with this is, you have to understand, I'm going to assume that Sean did not listen to my interview with Clint. He doesn't follow me on Twitter. He probably doesn't remember much about meeting me. But let's say that he didn't know that interview. He wasn't one of the 1,500 people, 2,000 people that watched that video. And even if he was, he is saying the same exact thing Clint Oldenburg did in an interview I did with Clint maybe a month and a half ago. So you might not like what they're saying, okay? But they're saying the same thing in two completely different areas. Now, to move on to this, and this is the piece of the kind of the piece of the puzzle I didn't fully understand. And let me just say, I don't fully understand game engines. I don't know that any of us do. A lot of people say, why doesn't someone just buy the 2K game engine? Well, the 2K game isn't built on one engine. Access Football isn't built on one engine. Canadian Football isn't built on one engine, okay? They're all various different components that make the game run. And some of them are referred to as engines based on what they produce in a game. So there's no such thing as one engine. Oh, EA needs to get another engine. Okay, well, this year they've actually put a new engine in the game, but it doesn't change the entire game that we know. It's still running code from what some of us are led to believe that's, 10, 15, 20 years old. Who knows? I don't know the answer to that, but I do know that it's not one engine that's running the whole game, okay? So when they bring up physics, the second part of this question is that Frostbite would add to physics. And the correction is made that no, there is not a physics package inside Frostbite that they're currently using. That they're using an updated version of the physics package they had in prior Maddens. And they go on then to say, and now listen, truthfully, some of you could say this was a diversion, but he goes on to say that at EA Play in the Game Changer program, they had been playing the game, they noticed an improvement in how the game feels, and they felt that that was because the way the physics engine was driving the animations. So their goal, which I respect, and listen, this should be the goal for all of us. We should all understand this goal. The goal with the transition with Frostbite was to make everything feel better, look better, and play better. I don't want to go backwards, okay? I don't want to go back to Madden 05, right? Or Madden 06, rather. I want the game to stay where it is and get better. And if they felt that Frostbite didn't have a physics package that allowed that to happen, then I'm fine with them using what they had. I don't like what they had. I don't like the animation transitions through the physics, but I don't want to go backwards. So when I read this article, I understand there's people that read it and say, oh my God, Frostbite isn't in the game right. Frostbite isn't controlling everything. The game's going to be the exact same. And I'm not to sit here to tell you that that's not the case, because truthfully, listen, that's what Clint said to me the other day. That's what Sean said in this article. But we also have to take it into consideration that they're building the game the best way they see fit. I'm not satisfied with that. They're not satisfied with that. There's a lot of people in the community not satisfied with that. But they're continuing to try to build the game the best way they can. The judge and the jury comes in about 2.5 weeks. By me, by other people in the community, by yourself. We get to judge that. Are the decisions they made simulation football-based decisions? I'll trust their judgment up until I have a reason not to. And I'm hoping that you guys, in a way, can do the same, okay? It's just going to be like I said in the video yesterday. Let me get the game in my hands. I don't care what a game changer thought. I don't care what an EA Play Day brought. I care about the game in my hands, my opinion, and how I feel about the game. And if I feel like it hasn't gotten to a point better, if I feel like things weren't fully taken advantage of, well then listen, that's a conversation we get to have until this time next year when Madden 19 is rolling around. And that's the fun of being a part of this community, man. And that's why I appreciate you guys so much letting me be a part of it and respecting my opinion, visiting my channel, supporting my channel, and myself. So with all that said, I do appreciate you guys. I will be back in the week with more commentary.